All right. Yeah, vlogging properly today, eh? So internet arrived. It is 2:15. I was on the phone mainly with Holland, the Netherlands. I had I have received a couple of letters saying that I own the money for health insurance. That has happened to me before. I'll mention later on the videos, on the longer part of the video. It's Holland, France, and Luxembourg, Italy. Those countries, they are really good maybe to leave. It depends what will be of the green if everybody likes the yellow, but very bureaucratic, eh? Like not as much as English countries that I have lived. So I'll speak about that on the longer video. I'm gonna give it a hand to the guy on the internet setup because the cables need to be put from zero, so there are no previous installation. Yeah, happy days. We'll speak later. So yeah, as I didn't have to help the guy, like it's just my education, my culture. When someone comes to do a work, you gotta be there to make him a coffee, give him a hand if you need. But then I'm here on the phone with Amsterdam trying to fix the insurance stuff. That's gonna be a hustle. And I'm watching the simplest way to organize your files and folder. So I am here doing that here. Oops. So I'm organizing on the hard drive, getting all the folders done. See? No more procrastinating. Let's get things done. Nah, nah, nah. Now things are getting serious. I got the vlogging stick out. Now I understood why it's called vlogging stick. And I had to put the mic on as well. But yeah, I don't know, like, it's one thing. I just got out of the phone with Amsterdam. What's happening is they are charging me for they are fining me for not having a health insurance plan. Yeah, like it's mandatory to live in the Netherlands. So is in other countries, like I think France as well, and Luxembourg. You have to have Germany. You have to have those countries there. I'm not saying anything. I'm a Schreiber. So I hold a Luxembourgish passport. So it's just like it's a lot of like I have lived there for less than a year, right? And I registered myself in Utrecht, and I think that that's a very easy thing. Instead of me sending letter to every single address they have that I have lived there, why they just don't look there and see, oh, his number is inactive, like it's off. He's not working. He's not making money here. So he's probably not living here anymore. Well, or send you an email, like, but sending letters still, like, obviously, we are trying to contact you since, I say, yeah, but, like, where are you sending the letters to? I don't know. It's let alone the fact that I spoke to two guys and they were proper C word, man, what the proper C, like capital, all capital, CUNT, capital, all of them highlighted, like bold. Fucking hell, man, Jesus Christ. It's, I went to that country thinking that we were going to be the nicest people in the world because, nowadays, bro, if you wanna like, have a small, go to Germany, go to, other countries, Spain, you can already, because yeah, Amsterdam, it's not only expensive, it's really, really expensive, but it's very bureaucratic. It's full of pickpockets, and I mean that's happening everywhere. But there, it's even more like there. Everywhere you out, you are being observed by someone. It's crazy. And yeah, and they don't make anything easier being like, you know if and they think they are like, you know Jesus Christ. And some people, they have never read books. They don't know about anything about their background. They just think they are the best. But look, you know, look where you came from, like nobody's better than anybody, bro. Some people know some things, some others know others. You are able to do some things, some others do others. That's the way it is. That's the fun of it all. But there are some fucking, sorry, but it just brings my nerves up. But yeah, so that's one thing that I will attach here, the fact that, as I said, France, I had the same issue with settling. It was very bureaucratic, and people there are not very helpful, the majority to do so. And Luxembourg as well, very bureaucratic. I mean, after you settle, obviously you can take advantage of it. But I'm saying, like, when you're moving to get things done, you need to really be prepared financially, emotionally, patiently. Like, you have to be there, because it's very, yeah, it's very exhausting, I would say, to one point. Because you have to be patient. And most of my times I was always willing to work as soon as possible, so that kind of drives you mental. But yeah, so Holland, Italy, mamma mia, oh, sono burocraticissimo, capì? Minchia, oh, Italia bellissima, mi manca l'Italia, volevo tornare a vivere in Italia, però no, per ora non si fa per i soldi, perché, sorry, I was getting carried away saying that I would love to come back to live in Italy, but at the moment, for the money, it's hard. I have spoke when I was working bars. I was speaking to some people, and they said it was quite tough. Surely there are ways, where when there is a will, there is a way. But then I'm analyzing my situation. At the time I was thinking to go there, I was already over 40, and I knew how bureaucratic it is. It's not as easy to find shared accommodation as it is here. You have normally to rent a place to yourself, and register in the community. There are a lot of little things. When in London, you basically just come in, apply for a national insurance number online, and voila. New Zealand was the same. New Zealand just arrived, apply for a number, and voila. So that's the main reason I came back to England when I was in France and Holland. It's because here, I could just rent a place, get here, get back to work like in the same day if I could, on the same day. But then, yeah, those are little differences that when you travel, you need to be aware. Some countries request or require more time to settle, when in others, such as here, like in 1-2 weeks, you can already be earning and smoothing things up. So all right, so just bringing this insight during the day. I think that now doing that kind of stuff, it will make more interactive as well. The internet's being installed. I have called Amsterdam, but it wasn't sorted. She ended up telling me that I have to write an email, go to the website, download the form, fill up the form, and then apply for I don't remember the word she used, but apply for to cancel the fine. Like to, yeah. So I will do that. I will do this file, and I just have to then dig up in some documents proving when I left Holland, and I have all the documents that I was working already here in London. I left there end of 2022, but then I went to Brazil, and then I came back here in February. So yeah, I have documents proving that already. So for 180 quid, I mean euros, but I don't want to spend that money with that. I'd rather buy RAM memory or something, or a better processor. All right, so another challenge of the day done. I'm gonna finish watching my organizational video. I want to get these files done as well. Then as soon as I finish the internet, I'll take this computer to my mate to get this done. I managed to get that TV done through the phone. So that proves me again that is a problem there. So yeah, getting busy, busy, busy. Another day. Tomorrow I have interpreting. I haven't spoken much about interpreting though. I'll tell you why. It's because interpreting, as I said, they are not mostly nice things, you know. In fact, most of them are bad, like 90%. 90% is to go to a hospital and give someone bad news, or someone that, you know, has a family member that has any medical issue or accident or law stuff. So it's not something, and besides it is there is an oath, or it's sworn that you can't really be talking about the assignment. So I just don't talk about it. You see that I don't even like talking that I do them. I just do them along my day. But then I just, you know, because if you do talk about them, you ended up remembering of the people that you did the job for. And, you know, I have feelings. I am learning to control them, but I do have feelings, and that touches me most of the time. So that's why I don't talk, but I do still work as an interpreter. All right, see you soon on the third, fourth part of the video. Let's see. Hello, hello, everyone. Joseph von Schreiber here, chasing the algorithm and doing my bit, staying online as much as I can. Why am I here? I am on my back garden. Remember, that's the cleanup I did on both sides. But the reason I'm recording outside is because you haven't seen it. Today I did my first analysis of my videos, and let me turn here. It's a beautiful English weather today. Nice. I can wear a hoodie and my blazer, and temperature is very cool. What was I saying? Is because the analytics of my video, the video that I did in Canary Wharf, that I tried at least, it almost went viral. It got how many? 20 views. So I said, let's do another video outside, and stood up. Unfortunately, it's not Canary Wharf back there. But then again, you know, this recording public stuff, it's a tricky one, eh? It's something that it needs to be practiced. You know, it's not just go and do it. It's hard though. It's really hard. Let's go back to our little cave. Now I got the big screen going. So happy days, eh? But yeah, no problem. Is it because of Canary Wharf? You guys like Canary Wharf? I think we can go to Canary Wharf. That's not an issue, guys. We can do everything today. All right, so what I was going to talk about today, I was going to mention that. So you see, I believe that's the kind of stuff that needs to be done. Analyze, you know, that's what I have been listening from many people. So you analyze your videos and see the ones that got good results, and from there you kind of like, you know, you can copy the thumbnail, the, you know, the style of the video, the idea of the video, you know, and then that can be kind of a base, because you know that worked out. Yeah, so it's that's what, you know. But as I said, this is a experimental channel, so here I'm doing things to see what was going to happen, right? And now with all things plugged up, internet is on as well. It's funny how, you know, you get happy with such a common thing, you know, like, but again, you know, some people that go over floods, they are happy having water. So all right, cool. So talking about analyzing my videos outdoor and standing up seem to be for for the numbers I have, but at least it's the one that stand out. And then after I spent quite a bit of time dealing with the Netherlands, what happened there was I lived there for a little while. I tried to move there, but it's almost impossible. So what happened in that country, you must have an insurance, a health insurance. And I haven't done it because I left. I didn't stay over. I think it was 6 months the time, and I stayed just a month more. And I never used any of the system there. So they're charging me a fine of 480 something euros because I haven't. They believe I still. I agree that it must have been my mistake that I haven't reported that I left the country. But then again, as I said before, there were ways to find that out. Okay, I'll take the blame, no problem. I'm used to it. It doesn't matter how hard you can hit. It's how many times you can get hit and keep walking. So happy days. Voila, let's get it done. Things are going too well to be wasting time. All right, so. Yeah, today, as you saw in London, was gray weather. I loved it. Temperature about 12-ish degrees Celsius. Perfect. You can wear a hoodie, you can wear a proper hat, and without be sweating. And you must think like, oh man, he was born in Brazil. How come? Yeah, I was born in southern Brazil, where on the mountains in my state, on the mountains back in last year, it was like -20 or something. And we normally say that when it goes below zero, we close the window. Like I rather live the winter than the summer. Winter, you can build a bonfire, you can put like a wood stove inside the house. You have ways to protect yourself against winter. Even though like heavy snow winter, you have ways to protect. But summer, no. Summer, you need a lot more than technology nowadays to deal with it. So it's unbearable for the daily basis. To go to work, and everything becomes harder in summer. I enjoy summer for the time I go to the beach on holiday, which nowadays I can say I don't miss the beach at all. But if I do go, I would even try to go in low season, to be honest, but warm enough to be able to go in the water. And yeah, so yeah, I'm a Jon Snow. I intend to go up north, even more north, England, so I can get colder weather. The Highlands in Scotland, it's going to be a place I am intending to hang around for a while. Remember the movie The Highlander? There may only be one. There can only be one. There must only be one, or something. Happy days, yeah. All right, what else we have to talk about today? So we got the internet fixed. We got the idea of doing outdoor stand-up videos that might help more. I told you about this bureaucracy in the Netherlands. France is the same, Italy, and also what I meant before is that the English countries that I have been, they have little, if no, there are bureaucracy for some procedures or some situations, yeah. But I tell you that they are way simpler than anywhere else. It's like, at least that's my point of view, like what would be of the green if everybody liked the yellow? We all live different experiences and we always see life through different eyes, That's why that story about the lady, some people see the young one, some people see the elder one, the older one. All right. So another thing I want to mention as well, it's when today I went to the supermarket and I always get lost. I managed to get something to, how do you call it again? To reward myself. I'm gonna lose a member, because it's funny, since I stopped drinking. When I was drinking alcohol, I wasn't eating a lot of sweets. But since I stopped drinking alcohol, and then I also got this shit here. Man, this is, I normally have those, but the blue ones, like those ones, because I smoke. But these ones, literally, they are like MMs to me. It's you eat one after the other. They're really good. But yeah, I need to watch for my diabetes. In fact, it's on my list to call the GP to do a diabetes test. Yeah, I have to do that. Because maybe this tiredness that I feel and this dizziness sometimes, it could be related. And as my family have a lot of people with diabetes, so yeah, when I was at the supermarket, I was like, I do the videos always saying about this, about that. But remember, guys, like I am in a very, very short budget nowadays, As we all know, whoever decides to study, even if you are young or older, when you decide to study, you have to commit sacrifices. I mean, unless when you were young, you have a well family, and then you can enjoy the time in university. But if you're young and you're already working to be able to maintain yourself, or if you're my age and you have some support, but you still have to work, like what I paid rent nowadays, the money that I got on a loan, it wouldn't be enough to cover the rent. So I have to feed myself, I have to move around, and so you have to work. But I decided to make some sacrifices to be able to live these to the most, to the full. So I don't go out anymore. I don't drink. So that's saving me a lot of money because it's a lot of things related to drinking. And so, I slowed my cigarette smoking. I smoke a lot less. I'm doing a bit of vaping to cover up, but it's financially, it's way cheaper. Okay, you're going off again. It's way cheaper, so, you may say, oh, it's vaping is harmful and whatnot. Again, to be really honest, the way I was living, I was already expecting not stay here for long. My dad passed away when he was 61 because he didn't look after himself. I was doing the same. And I used to say, oh, if my dad died with 61, me having my age at the time, 30 something, and all the substances that I did that didn't do, I wouldn't last that long. So, maybe it was even because of that I clicked, and because otherwise I wouldn't be here for long. But what I mean is that the fear I don't have anymore, But obviously now I am enjoying life in a different way. So I want to be able to do more things and keep healthy for as long as I want. But, I will control the chocolate. Yeah, my mom already told me that as well. All right, so yeah, as I was saying, Jon Snow bastard, yeah, because if you look at it, like everybody that was born in Brazil, it's not really Brazilian, if you will, because Brazil wasn't even called Brazil by the people that were there before. Brazil is actually a name that came from the wood, there were pau Brazil. It was a very profitable wood that were there. Probably all the furniture around the rich families' houses, it's made with that wood. So that's the name where the Brazilian name came from, And there are even a few language things, the way that we call brasileiro in Portuguese, the ending, the suffix and eiro, it is related to profession, to workers, yeah. The suffix that is related to population or a group of people, it would be ano in Portuguese, like the Italian the Brazilians, they call them Brasiliano. So Americano, Africano, Jamaicano. So ano, it's more, so it should be then the Brazilian people. But Brasileiro, they changed that after, to justify, obviously, after someone realized, they're like, oh, nobody's related to blah, blah. Yeah, in the end of it, that was how people there were named. So if you see, the real Brazilians were like everywhere else, the primes that were there, the indigenous tribes and whatnot. So I am a Schreiber. So my surname is German with some Austrian influence. we found out recently that we had people from Luxembourg in our family as well, as we earned the earned or gained or got uh, got not offered, got uh, yeah, got given, got accepted for the citizenship, because we were less than 3 generations of the Luxembourgish blood that came to Brazil, something like that. But then, so that's why I say I'm a Jon Snow, because my mom's side is all Portuguese. And if you look to my grandfather, I'll see if I find a picture and I'll put here. That's my grandfather. Or here is better, it's more space. And if you look at him, like, he's definitely, and he had a really big connection with nature. So I really think that he might have been a mix of the Portuguese immigrants with the indigenous tribes that were there locally. But his surname it was Portuguese, Zeferino. So was my grandmother from my mom's side, Melo, also Portuguese. So you see, one side is like German and Austrian and Luxembourgish. The other side is Portuguese and I believe a little bit of indigenous as well. But then you see, it's mainly European. If you look at me, you don't say I'm from Brazil. Nobody does. So it's like, yeah, it's immigration was all over. I got some arguments here sometimes because of that. People talking too much about English, and they don't know that the Romans were here. They don't know that this is an Anglo-Saxon country, that English has a lot of French influence and Latin influence and German influence. And before it was Anglais instead of English. So it's a lot of stuff that, it's nice to know, because then you have argument to talk to people about. But I like to be a Jon Snow, a bastard. I think it's really cool. We are mixed breed, everybody is, in the end of the day. If I slice my wrist and yours, we're going to bleed red likewise, wouldn't it? So yeah, that's it. That's another thing I want to mention today. If you see, we go easy today because too much excitement, things done, internet connected. So tonight I don't have. I gave I taught class this morning, and so tomorrow I have time off in the morning, which means I can work through the whole night, go through all the university stuff. I am doing this. I'm watching some videos as silly as it can sound. I'm watching these videos about organizing your computing files. I know you must say, if you do know, you must say, oh, that's stupid. But for example, before I was organizing some files and I couldn't add them together and make only one. So I know that there are shortcuts to do that. So that's what I want to learn, this shortcut, so I can get things done. I can do on the old school way, like, dragging, but I'm sure you can select it all and do some faster stuff. So I'm looking for that info so I can get my hard drive, both hard drives and my computer well organized. I went to the guy today. Oh, another thing I want to say, it's that lack of commitment of people sometimes. Because the guy that was going to fix my computer, that sold me the piece that is not working as well, I sent him 2 messages. The guy didn't reply. So I went to the store and he wasn't there. And I was like, come on, man, what happened? I felt sick and stuff. So no problem with feeling sick. It's just like, is that a problem to send a text saying, oh, so if you come to the shop, because I said, whenever the internet guy finishes, I'll come. Just send a message. If you come to the shop and I won't be there, I am feeling bad, I go home, because we are basically had an appointment, I would say. Universe teaching me patience again. That's what I believe. I'm trying, like, always look on the bright side of life. Literally, I'm listening to this song every single day. So yeah, happy days. I think that was it for me. So which means now we're getting serious now with that screen going, internet going. So I don't have to fear to drop my signal, and so I can do the videos on the format I want, bring more interactive stuff. And as I said, this channel is going to continue being experimental channel, and my vlog. You know, I want to have a place where I can come and speak up my mind, so that will be here. One thing I'm willing to do as soon as possible is pay the subscription for one of the platforms where I can get the subtitles straight away converted to Portuguese, because this way I can just post this video on the other channel as well, and add on top the Portuguese videos, or I leave the Portuguese videos there only, but then this one's being with the Portuguese subtitle, I can just advertise them on social media as well. So, you know, reaching bigger public, you know, always good to do that as well. Look at Mr. Beast. He has channel now in all the languages in the world. He pays interpreters all over the world to interpret his channel. Really cool, eh? All right, that's it. So, you know, I'm going to wrap up today because I got a lot of work to do. I have to record the uni vlog today so I don't miss much the point. And yeah, I think those were the complaints I want to do today. Those were the insights I want to put in today, you know, and yeah, as I said, you know, I'm doing everything I can. I believe that's the good side of entering college or uni at my age, because you see from a different point of view. So instead of try to gamble or cheat, or you know, you just skip classes or whatnot, that doesn't come to my mind. It's even the other way around. Next week I'm going to stay like 2 days, the whole day there, doing some lectures, like not doing, listening to some lectures, attending to some lectures that will work on these organizational skills and everything. So, you know, I'm literally doing what I can to absorb as much as I can and get the thing done. And I believe just for the fact that being here every day doing these, it's already for me, you know, it's something that really keeps me there. It's kind of a commitment, you know. Now I put my face here, you know, I'm gonna have to go. I'm not a chicken though. No, that's, man, in 1980, when I was born, I was raised with some kind of words or expressions. And I'm gonna tell you that I'm not changing who I am. You know, I'm not being xenophobic or sexist or machist or any of that. I'm a very open-minded guy, very respectful. You know, for me, base of life is respect. If you give, you receive, and voila, you know, that's the way it is. Cool. So, oh, just another little one on today when I went to look for, I need to buy some line cable to connect to the TV. And then I was passing by, I saw a little Italian shop, ice cream shop. And then I entered, I said, oh man, gelato, huh? So I had some, and then meanwhile, I was talking to them, you know, practicing my Italian. As you saw it, I do it, you know, I make myself clear, me faccio capire, dai. And I was asking them, like, so, Ben, you got a nice shop and stuff, but are you selling that online already? And they were like, no, we just started this and that. I said, yeah, but you should really, really look for the online side, you know. And then I said, look at that guy there, the Con Senza Molica, you know. Like, the guy started doing sandwiches. Nowadays, he sells ingredients of the sandwich to the whole world, you know. So, voila. You know, I think that answers it all. I said to her, I said, you can sell ice cream to parties, to events, to restaurants, you name it, you know. And it's really good ice cream, proper Italian stuff, eh? All right, another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow.